This is Trina here from Healing with Color. I want to answer a question that I was recently asked on this channel by a viewer, maybe a subscriber, wondering if I am a witch and what would I suggest as far as how to learn more about what it is to be a witch. The answer to that question is yes, I am a witch, and it took me years to get to this point in my life where I knew that this is what my spiritual path was all about. So basically what I did was I began to read literature. Towards the late 90s, I started to read anything I could about witchcraft and witches and the history of witches. Here are a few of the books that I've read in the past that have helped me tremendously. This one's called Bucklands Book of Witchcraft. You could probably find this at any Barnes & Noble. As you can see, this is pretty old. I've had it for a while. And when I bought it, it was $16.95, but I don't know what price it is now, but this is a really comprehensive book. Gives you the ins and outs and the basics of witchcraft. This one's called Nocturnal Witchcraft by Constantino. You can't see on the cover because it's all worn out. But this book was very good with helping me to understand the energies of the goddesses and gods of the night. They have a totally different energy than the gods and goddesses of the day that are associated with the sun. This is a really good one. And this is the follow-up to that book called Gothic Grimoire. And this has actual practices in here, rituals that you can partake in and do yourself. But like with anything, I tell you to do your research and be very, very sure of yourself and whether or not this is something you want to learn more about and actually practice. If you're unsure about it, then don't do it. So that's what I have to say about that. This one is something totally different, but still in the same lines of spirituality. This book called Voodoo Rituals it's called Voodoo Rituals, A User's Guide by Heike Owozu. And it's a pretty good book. It gives you some basics. It not only talks about voodoo, it also talks about witchcraft as well. This book, I don't recommend to everybody because it doesn't have everything in it. And the way that they spell voodoo on there, it's kind of like a touristy spelling of voodoo. So it's not the end-all, be-all, but it's what I've got. And I've got only one more book about voodoo. This is the last one I want to show you, called Wicca for One, The Path of Solitary Witchcraft by Raymond Buckland. So you can check this one out too. This one's an excellent starter book for learning more about Wicca, the old religion, and the fact that in the beginning there weren't any covens. It was, there weren't any covens. It was just solitary witches practicing on their own, doing their own thing. The whole invention of covens is more modern than anything else. But if people want to be in covens, that's cool, wanting to belong to a group. I find practicing on my own gets me more in tune with what I really need to happen for my world. So it's up to you. It's a choice. So I hope that these references helped you in any way, viewer, subscriber, and definitely witchcraft, witches. Witches are just wise ones. That's all they are. That's what that means. Witch means wise one. Over the years, you accrue information and knowledge from reading, research, and from actual practice on your own and experiencing life and being in touch with the elements of nature. That's what witchcraft, Wicca, being a witch is all about. Acquiring knowledge and wisdom and sharing with others who would like to hear what you have to say. So that's all I have to say about that. And also one more thing though, having it to connect with sorry about that. Having it to connect with with color. How does that connect? Well, as far as that, witches definitely use color therapy within their spell work. Like using a green candle can symbolize prosperity. So use a green candle and so on and so forth. So yeah, anyway, I hope this answers your question, viewer, subscriber. And if you have any other questions, feel free to ask me. You can also donate to me as far as helping these channels out. People have asked how they can donate. Well, check out my email address. I'll have it in the description below, and you can find out more information on that. Till then, thanks for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for the likes and shares, and thank you for your kind comments. As I said, leave your comments down below and let me know what you think about the subject of witchcraft and Wicca and how it pertains to color therapy, because there's a lot of practicing witches out there that use color therapy all the time within their rituals. It's a very healing thing. So, alrighty guys, brightest blessings to you all, and I'll see you soon.